You care about the Ukraine thing? I mean, I'm not saying, of course we care. People are dying in wars and stuff. But I mean, it's like you update yourself on Ukraine versus Russia. 10 minutes later, there never was a war in Ukraine, Russia. It's George Soros just making a bunch of money. Oh, BlackRock were invested in a digital new democracy. Zelensky was an actor. Did you see that blob of cocaine falling out of his nose? I mean, like, it's just, in a way, did you see that blob of cocaine falling out of Zelensky's nose?
No.
I bet Joe saw it. Did you see it, Joe?
I haven't seen that, no.
Well, it might not. I mean, he was doing like one of his speeches, and he was sort of like shooting it on quite a low. Looked like he was shooting on an iPad from sort of like down at this kind of angle, and something fell out of his nose. Now, it might not have been cocaine, but people already a little bit think that Zelensky is getting his charge from, you know, from the coca leaf, the humble coca leaf.
I want to doubt it.
Let's cover this Ukraine peace deal and see if we ourselves are capable, with the access to information we have and our awareness, hopefully, of our biases, picking our way through this madness. With awareness of the irony that this statement should elicit, here's Fox News reporting on it.
All right, so we are getting an update on the push for peace in Ukraine. A U.S. official is now telling Fox that the Ukrainian side has agreed to a peace deal with some minor details still set to be sorted out. Meanwhile, Army Secretary Dan Driscoll met with Russian officials in Abu Dhabi. Driscoll's office saying, quote, late Monday and throughout Tuesday, Secretary Driscoll and team have been in discussions with the Russian delegation to achieve a lasting peace deal in Ukraine. The talks are going well, and we remain optimistic.
Very yeah. I mean, with the language with that, if it is true and the Ukrainians go forward with it and you throw it back into Putin's lap, what does he do?
Who cares what that bloke in the jacket felt? Well, you throw that back into Putin's lap. What if his trousers are bunched up and it looks like he's got a hard-on under there? What then? And then Putin is embarrassed about that, so he overreacts. Like, who cares about the conjecture of these lunatics? Let me know what you think about that in the comments, would you? Here's Trump's post on Truth Social. Over the past week, my team has made tremendous progress with respect to ending the war between Russia and Ukraine. A war that would never have started if I were president. Last month, 25,000 soldiers died. Horrible, brutal, terrible facts of war. The original 28-point peace plan, which was drafted by the United States, has been fine-tuned with additional input from both sides, and there are only a few remaining points of disagreement. In the hopes of finalising this peace plan, I have directed my special envoy, Steve Witkoff, to meet with President Putin in Moscow, and at the same time, Secretary of the Army, Dan Driscoll. I mean, like, I suppose what stares us in the face every time we analyse to the degree we do this type of content is that media has altered forever. Trump was the pioneer of this initially on Twitter, like recognising that he can directly access his audience and he can tell you in not granular detail but in broad strokes, oh right, so Dan Driscoll's going to be meeting with the Ukrainians. I'll be briefed on all progress made along with VP JD, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles. I look forward to hopefully meeting with Zelensky and Putin soon, but only when the deal to end this war is final or in its final stages. Thank you for your attention to this very important matter. I love the way he does that sign off. I'll start doing it. And let's all hope that peace can be accomplished as soon as possible. Okay, so it seems to me like from the broadest and most superficial perspective, because that's the only one I can offer you, because I'm deep in trying to discover Christ in myself in my own limited and broken way, that what Trump is doing is sort of riding the cascading waves of domestic turmoil by occasionally brokering what seem to be seismic peace deals, like the one in the Middle East. Did that hold? Or like this one? Does that seem what it's like to you guys? How do you feel right now about that way that the ICE stuff is unfolding? Have you watched any of Mamdani doing press, man? Like, the world is a truculent and crazy place right now. I mean, he's both likeable and extraordinary. Thanks for watching the video. Have a look at this one over here, or join us Monday, Wednesday and Friday on Rumble.